All right, welcome to this daily sidereal forecast for Tuesday, July 14th. My name is Athen. So we have that new moon coming up here in Gemini tomorrow. This is, of course, for sidereal astrology, different from tropical astrology. But this is where it's actually taking place in the sky. It's actually going to happen quite close to Gemini and Cancer. So a little bit of both here. But today there is that Geminian energy as we gear up for this very Gemini new moon. So this is about playfulness. It's about treating life as a learning process. Wanting to learn is really the emblem of Gemini, and exchanging, ideas with others. It can be a social time sometimes, but it just depends. It depends on your personal chart. So do check out your weeklies for more information on which house this is taking place in. But I think wanting to learn is the most important consideration with this new moon. And it'll be through that learning that will grow. That's where the new beginnings will be, and it can be new ideas that will be unlocked, and new perspectives, and the rational understanding of things, how we're relating, how we're communicating, things of that nature. So we are in the balsamic phase, so it is a time of reflection, and we are in the new moon sort of energy. So thinking about and perhaps setting some new intentions regarding these types of airy energies, which might sometimes have to do with, relationships and communication and things like that. So reflecting on that still today of this lowering energy of the balsamic phase. But it's still very energetic. As you can see, Mars, Mercury, and the Sun have all been in Gemini. So there's been a lot of direct energy with our communications, lots of self-expression available with our ideas, etc. So new things shaping up around that, but let's look at today's transit. So there's three major transits today. The Sun is going to be trining up to Chiron. Venus will be squaring up to Saturn, and Mars goes within a 1-degree opposition up to Pluto. So here, this energy, first of all, it's a day of, like yesterday, of patience, of balance, of especially with the material values and enjoyments and things like that, taking that stuff one step at a time, and doing the more mature thing if needed in regards to that. And any work we do today can be enjoyable when we are taking that hard work approach, which is, of course, Saturn. That's Venus squaring up to Saturn. Things relating to our self-expression, working on that even can be a thing, because Venus is in Leo as well. So just being willing to work towards, our enjoyments of life, our values, and our self-expression, I think, will be key. That being said, can be a healing day with the Sun trining up to Chiron, who did recently go into Pisces retrograde. So there was this reflection, of the, spiritual connotation of life. And I think all that peace and presence is going to continue to be healing. And I think it'll be through that meditative approach to our fun, joy, our self-expression, things like that, that will be assisting us continuing today as it was yesterday. And it can be a tranquil day too, especially in the evening, because the moon will be trining up to Neptune. So that whole Neptune aspect and Chiron is very well aspected in general, but today in particular. So that being said, the strongest energy we're probably going to feel today is that Venus squaring Saturn, but also Mars opposing up to Pluto, and this is going to be even stronger tomorrow. So the key with this is, Pluto is that planet of transformation, of non-attachment is really the key with that. So with Mars, it's everything we want. It's our desires, our drives, the things that we want to assert and get in life, which is a healthy, element of life when it's balanced. But oppositions and squares tend to bring out the unbalanced energies of those planets. So here with Mars, not going to any extremes with the assertiveness, especially when it comes to the communications, because again, Mars is in Gemini. Being willing to change, and have that other-oriented perspective. This is where if our own egos, our own attachments, our own desires get too caught up and unbalance this opposition, going too much into the Mars energy, then that Pluto energy will come through, but in a way that we aren't, we don't expect it. It's kind of like the universe's response to that, to keep the balance, because either way the balance will be there. So the key is to find that balance within ourselves and want that balance. So here, non-attachment to our own drives, our own, attachments, things like that, which are natural in life. But, the best we can, taking it one step at a time, not getting too attached to things, and letting our ego sort of take the back seat, I think today and tomorrow will be very, very important. And Pluto in general just really likes to give and contribute and do things that are really other-oriented. It's the type of energy where when we are coming from that egoless perspective, then it is very powerful and it is very transformative. And that's exactly what our inner true self wants to do anyways. So it's reaching into that next, and being aware of that today, I think will be important. So all in all, non-attachment, especially with the things that we want today, I think will be a very strong consideration, as well as this patience with the values, relationships, and self-expression stuff perhaps, but working hard towards that with Saturn. That being said, the moon will be squaring up to the north node, so I think constructively working towards health, diet, routine, and our service and our work today, I think can be a good way to work with this square. So we're gearing up for that new moon tomorrow. Still the balsamic phase of relaxation and tranquil energy, and reflecting on where we want to set new seeds for the new beginnings, which are shaping up this week. So have a nice day, everyone. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll talk to you tomorrow.